70 homes have been damaged and some roads washed away due to flooding in Sebokeng in the Vaal. The Emfuleni local municipality says that temporary accommodation has been arranged for those who lost their homes. Well, the flooding follows heavy rain on Sunday. Of course, joining us in studio for this, we will be joined by our reporter Hasina Gori. She's going to be taking us through what exactly has been happening on the ground in terms of emergency services and how essentially residents have been coping with those floods in the area. Very good evening to you, Hasina. We thank you very much for joining us. Essentially, we've seen some of those visuals there of cars being washed away. Take us through what the situation has been like in Sebokeng over the past couple of days.
Good evening. Yes, as you said, the visuals we saw, that was from Sunday evening, where they said at Sunday afternoon, they said at 2 o'clock they just saw the stream banks from zone 6 burst open and water come flooding through. The one lady we spoke to spoke about how the walls just collapsed. Water came almost waist high into their homes. The beds were even swimming. The child even woke up. They were sleeping, and it's just been complete devastation over the last few days. But we saw yesterday with the rains again, there was the issue of not being able to clean up, and it just made more homes in the next region also go through flooding. So it's almost 101 homes throughout the Sebokeng region that has now been affected. But today, thanks to the rain not being as heavy as the last 2 days, they are now being able to clean up. As the visuals we are seeing here, you see the road was actually swept away. The tarred road eroded due to the water. They said it's not the first time that this happened though in Sebokeng. It's happened before, but this has been one of the worst that has happened.
Now, of course, you spoke to residents. Have you been able to speak to any municipal managers, anybody from emergency services, and where they come in the situation?
We spoke with Emfuleni municipality, which was there on the ground. They've been in for the few days. They've been evaluating, and residents are frustrated over that. They say that they've been evaluating for the last 3 days, and nothing's really being done. There have been temporary mattresses put into place at the one school, but they said there's no food, there's no electricity in some of these homes because of the rain coming in and eroding those pipes. Now they don't have anywhere to really cook. So right now, Emfuleni municipality hasn't been able to give them food or clothing just as yet. Some of them have been given just like a mattress and a clean place to stay. Most of them are still staying though in those wet houses.
Now, you've mentioned that this isn't something that's new to the Sebokeng area. So essentially just take us through what the communication has been like between residents of Zone 6 and Zone 7, as well as the emergency services and municipal managers on actually having a look at a way forward.
For what we understand is now they're looking at contingency plans going forward to make sure that we don't see this happening again. They are looking at giving sandbags to some residents so that water doesn't get into their homes. They can divert it. They're also looking at what are the causes, because infrastructure could be an issue as well, that because of the rain, the water does not drain out. It just gets into their homes, and rubbles gets put into the streams. So what they're doing now is hopefully with the South African National Defence Force is try and excavate the areas, move those rubbles that are maybe clogging areas so that water can stream out.
Definitely. We thank you very much for joining us this evening. We thank you very much for your time. That was SABC reporter Hasina Gori just taking us through what's been happening in the Sebokeng area. Zone 6 and Zone 7 they're being affected. In some other